Well, I got the head all installed. Got everything wrapped up. Sprayed the head gasket real good. Then I found out a couple pieces of bad news. One of which was this head I got had a bolt broken off in here for the valve cover. I said, that's not a big deal. I can figure that out. Got a couple things I could do to pull that out. Maybe try so far as to put a little nut over it, throw a bead of weld in there and try to attach the nut, or easy out. Or I was even thinking about running a Dremel all the way across here and even into the outer of the bolt shell, and then try to, just a couple different things you can do to get that out. But obviously, being that there's only two, this is at the rear of the head, on the intake side, so you only got two holding it down. And when you start running boost, you got to have all your bolts down for your valve cover. So that was the one thing, and I was like, oh, shit, okay, well, I could deal with that. Then I started it up. It sounded great. Didn't have a lot of chatter, even though I didn't do the valve adjustment right away. I just, threw it in there like it was after I took all the valves out and lapped them and all that stuff like I said last time. Excuse me if my lens is all dirty here. And then the damn timing skip got another piston casualties. So I got it all back together, started up, ran. I'm like, it sounded a little bit like it was knocking still, but more of a piston slap. And then B, I went to go check compression just to check it. And I had, again, 60, 30, high one something on that, I forget, and then another shitty compression. Basically mimicking. And then I knew, fuck. I knew it wasn't going to be the head gasket because this system of running a copper has actually been pretty well good. That's right. Fucking ring lands again. Remember I told you before, when this cam issue happens, I've lost pistons just because of a couple degrees. I should have figured when it twisted 180 degrees that I would lose fucking ring lands again. Surprisingly, it wasn't all four. This one somehow survived. And that was the one that was giving me the 170 or 80 PSI. So, yeah. What do I do next? I'm not in, I wouldn't say a position, more like the mood. I'm not in the mood to order another set of fucking Vitaras. I'll just tell you, I'm really not. And I got one other small issue. See, I could slap these back in, just throw another set of bearings. These are just stock rods and pistons. But, I mean, for fuck's sake, I got a GT35 on here. I mean, by the time this thing finally gets into boost, and the low boost it'll have, this car will just be kind of a dog and a pain in the ass to drive like it is. Here's the one other thing that really is making me just scrap the whole Y8 at this point. Is this down here. Let's see if I got a flashlight. I finally got almost a spun bearing here. Let's see if I can get it without the... I see that. The bearing is kind of worn. Now this shit didn't have any miles on it, but here's another dead giveaway. Look at how shiny and discolored that is. She got hot, right? And that was on cylinder number 4 over here. And it looks like I got a little bit of scarring on there. Let's see if I can get you in there. I don't know if you could tell the scarring, but I could probably polish it up with some 800 or 1200 sandpaper right there and get her going, and then set her back factory and just run her as a stock motor. I wouldn't trust her to run any more boost after this. I mean, I guess it really wouldn't matter, right? If it's going to be smooth, it's going to be smooth. It's going to run. I'm fucking done with this Y8 though. I've already, as you can tell on this channel, I've already rebuilt this shit way too many times. And with that damn cam stick being the way it was, what a nightmare. So, Here's the big question. Do I rip this thing apart, drop some rods in it? Well, shit, that's the thing. I don't have Vitaras for this, though. I don't have Vitaras. I think it's time to just stop bullshitting around. Throw this in there so I at least got the Civic for a daily. Get the mounts. Get the reason I got those mounts and finally go for it. And build this G23. Do a detailed video of it. Because this one's done. Man, that was so shitty, man. I've been kind of inching away at this last couple of days, just throwing it back together. And, you know, once I realized I, you know, had another head that was going to work. And it did. It, you know, it sounded smooth. But, yeah, she's not smooth. She's done. Again, the cylinder walls look good. Block is still in great shape. You know, I guess maybe throw a Z6 crank in it. Get the block milled out to 75.5 or 76. Throw some fitted Vitaras in there because I've always had a little bit of piston slap, making it sound kind of dieselish. So, but I mean, a lot of people report that when you stick stock 75 mil size slugs in here, they usually do give a little piston slap to them. So, but I've never had any problems with scarring of the cylinder walls or anything. So, damn, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to rip out all this turbo shit. Well, I guess I can leave the I will run this Y8 manifold with the fuel system I got in here, and I'll just tune this as a naturally aspirated ordeal. Try to get the best gas mileage I can, and like I said, to keep it as a daily. I forgot to mention this before. I'm going to post it up for sale. I live out in BFE, so Upper Michigan. But I got this H22 block, which I have no use for. It's in great shape. This is the one that had a spun bearing. Got her all cleaned out. Cylinder walls look in great shape. But if anybody's interested in this block, I'm never going to have a use for it. I got too many F23 blocks that I want to run. You will need a crank because the crank that I got, like I said, has a spun, pretty nasty spun bearing right there. Could probably take it in and get it maybe polished and just do an oversize, but I don't know. A machine shop's an hour away. I don't usually like try to mess with a machine shop on his builds if I don't have to. I did on this head. No, that was the original head that was on this one. I did on this. And I'll be damned if the camshaft wasn't the damn problem that caused now 3 sets of Vitaras. Yeah, I have to say that I think all 3 sets that have blown ringlands have been because of a freaking timing belt skipping teeth and causing the timing to advance. You know, especially if you think you're under 20 pounds of boost and all of a sudden you skip 2 teeth, that's what? Jeez, it's got to be like 10 degrees timing or something nuts like that. So, I guess I could build the Z6, but why bother? I'm going to put a big boy in there. Big G23, F23 block with the AK-20 pistons. That head, 70 mil throttle body. I'll do some work on the stock intake manifold. Kind of got the butterflies and all that shit out of there. And then we'll get cracking on that in the next couple of days. I got to get some of these daily flips and slushies of cores and stuff out of here. But in the meantime, I'm going to swap the Z6 and maybe I'll give you an update after it's all running from there. Well, so sad, but she's done for a minute as far as being boosted. But she'll be boosted again. Catch you guys later. Bye.